G'day guys and gals, so Windswept Highlands, everybody knows this is my favourite map. The daily contract is Originium Zone Activation 3, which is 120% enemy health. My 8, Urgency 2, Crossfire Zone 2, Last Line of Defense. Team I'll be using, Texas, Scavenger, both with skill 2, Gabriel Suzero, Suzero skill 2, Gabriel skill 1. I'm using Gabriel for her health. She will be getting hit, so I basically just want a tankier or a healthier healer. Gravel, so a fast redeploy. If you want to use red, probably use a stun skill maybe. I don't know, I wouldn't use red in hindsight. Quora, skill 2. Asbestos, I haven't tried this with Dernar. If you're going to use Dernar, you'll need to use skill 2, but I use Asbestos, skill 2. I'm not sure how the YouTube algorithm might like Asbestos, because I don't know anything about the YouTube algorithm, but that's okay. Pinecone, skill 2. Akafuyu, skill 2. Amia, you can use skill 1 or skill 2. I prefer skill 2, that's my opinion. You use whatever you're comfortable with. Helga is our 6-star of choice, so I'm just using Helga with his second skill. Now, my E2 Helga, E260 Helga does take a lot of damage, so bear that in mind. If you're borrowing a mate's, the odds of you finding a 90, for example, as you can see, most of my friends have level 90 6-stars, so if he's E290, then you're probably going to be laughing. And also, I'm just bringing Utage with her deploy skill in reserve. All my testing with this has been done without Utage, but I just decided, you know what, I have a spare spot, I may as well bring her. So, okay. So, if this helps out, guys, please subscribe because it does help me out. And if you don't mind clogging up that like list, then leave a like as well. So first big concern is obviously Sword Rain. Has the potential to hit this enemy. So I think all my Vanguards are Mastery 2, so just bear that in mind when you're using them. If you've got Mastery or no Mastery skills, you'll have to be super careful about how you cycle that skill. First off, we want Pinecone in. We want her cycling a skill. And Texas won't keep up with that lane, so. Now everything's going to be okay, so we're going to deploy Helga facing up. Helga's going to take out those two enemies, unless something goes terribly, terribly tits up. So once again, Texas' skill, be mindful of what's around you. So as you can see, my my Helga is fighting a losing battle. Even with his skill cycling, he does only just manage to cycle fast enough. So keep that in mind. That's super, super important. Let's get some healers in. Gabriel, Suzero. That's that done. Helga out, Amia in. Just here. Make sure this guy's leaving. Cycle that skill. Let's get Akafuyu in to work on this first caster. Akafuyu will take quite a while to get that caster down. But notice that caster is AoEing Gabriel. Texas' skill. Alrighty, let's get a tank in. Now, you'll notice, I don't even know where that enemy is. That enemy's gone. Okay, Akafuyu skill when it's safe. You'll notice that I don't give a damn about the Lancers. The Lancers don't do enough damage in this. They don't get any damage boosts. So, they're going to run into my defender and they're just, I don't know. Cora's just going to sit there wondering what the hell happened. Alright. Asbestos in facing that way. Now, you'll notice her skill does go into the center here. We don't care. Her skill will still activate if she's blocking. These enemies here, we don't want to use Utage for. Utage will lose unless you're bringing a big Utage. So we're waiting for Helga. Once again, as soon as Helga's skill's good to go, we're using it. Because we're going to have archers that are walking past that are going to be hitting Helga. So Helga needs to make sure that skill is going as quickly as possible. Okay, I'm satisfied there. Pull him out, and there should be a caster here that I can grab. Yep, with Utage. We're going to grab that with Utage. Now, Utage's not going to do a lot of damage to that. My point is, I want damage. I don't care what flavor the damage is. I don't care what happens to it. I just want damage. So, you notice I used Asbestos' skill when everything starts piling up in here. I'm using skill 2 with Armia, but obviously if you weren't using skill 2, you would be using Armia's skill. Asbestos is going to do some damage to this guy in the middle, which is not ideal, but it is what it is. So it looks like Utage is actually going to win that fight, which is great. So, one more. No, yes, no, yes. Okay. Akafuyu. As always, her skill as soon as it's ready. I'll fast forward that. Note that Gabriel is getting hit again. Bear that in mind. This Defense Crusher is our first real enemy that we need to worry about. So I really need that enemy down. There we go. So I'm going to delay that Defense Crusher. I'm not going to try and kill it. I'm going to delay it. Pinecone's job is done. Helga in. Once again, mind people getting hit. So I'm not too concerned about what happened over here because I'm going to deploy Utage. Utage is going to do that job. And even if she doesn't kill it, she's certainly the hell going to hurt it. Pull her out as soon as the deed is done. Same with Helga. Helga is going to get pulled out as soon as it's done. So this is the enemy we need to kind of have only one enemy left with. So I'm going to tap that because I have to. Not because I want to, because I have to. And then here, I'm going to grab it with Akafuyu. And I'm also going to drop a Vanguard in. Now, the Vanguard is just for extra damage. That's all it's there for. I don't care if that Vanguard lives, dies, or whatever. Same thing. Scavenger in. I don't care if it lives, dies, or whatever. I just want damage on that target. That's it. Pinecone back in. Utage in here. And away we go. Congratulations, you've just done it. Alright guys, I hope that helps you. If it does, as I said, leave a subscribe. I know a lot of people have very specific like lists, so if you're not one of those people and you don't mind leaving a like, then do that too. I appreciate that. And I hope to see you guys for tomorrow.